to begin, knowing that this could be used flexibly in all kinds of different settings. And so we have a number of different program quality assessments. I think our website calls them flavors, PQA flavors. Like there's the youth PQA was where the youth program quality assessment is where this work really started. And then it was adapted to the school age, to support school age programs, sort of scaled down to be appropriate for programs serving slightly younger children. A couple of years ago, we launched in 2019 a new social and emotional learning program quality assessment that gets into a little bit more explicit practices to support social and emotional learning, but they're all of the flavors of the PQA are all built around these fundamental ideas that young people need to feel safe and supported in order to learn and to lead. And so what we call the pyramid of program quality, which you'll see as soon as you click on that website, has the base of the pyramid is safe space, a safe environment for young people to feel just the emotional, psychological, physical safety to be able to enter in to a learning experience. And then from there, we can meet their developmental needs and support, create a supportive environment that will provide opportunities for age-appropriate learning. Then opportunities for an interactive environment where young people have opportunities to interact with one another and with supportive adults and build those sort of empathy and teamwork sort of skills in relationship with other people. And then the top of the pyramid is engaging environment. That's really about young people being actively engaged in their own learning, having agency, having voice, having choice in their own learning. And we know in so many after school programs or community-based programs of all kinds, it's those opportunities for young people to really explore and pursue their own interests that they really learn a lot about who they are, what they are about, how they want to be as people in the world. And so that is all of our program quality assessments are really about identifying the practices that staff engage in to support creating a learning environment that has those characteristics. And so then from there, there's a set of supports related to planning. We do a lot of workshops. David Weikart was sort of pioneering in this active participatory approach to learning. He really believed that young people, even as young as preschool, should be agents in their own learning, and that it's not about sort of instruction being given to or delivered, upon children, but that kids should be active in their own learning. And so we think that in general, things that are good for young people are also good for adults. And we try to make learning experiences that are very active and participatory so that people who come to the workshops and learn about the skills that we're talking about really have that experience of what it feels like to be actively engaged in the learning. And so we do that with planning with data, taking something that oftentimes people are like, do I really want to go to a workshop called planning with data? But you would be surprised, there's beach balls involved. It's really great. And there's opportunities to really think about sort of being engaged in that learning process. And then our improvement workshops, you mentioned sort of the history of the youth work methods workshops. We have these very targeted professional development opportunities that focus on explicit practices that you can attend a workshop and walk away with like some new tangible strategies that you could put to work the next day or later that day in your work with young people. But the idea that it's not just the going to the professional development, but it's having the opportunity to practice. And so we also really emphasize the role of leaders and managers as coaches who are able to sort of help people to reflect on their own practice. So often we all know this, you learn something and you try to put it in practice, but having a chance to sort of reflect on, here's what I thought I did, but how did that actually work out, it really helps to solidify that learning. And so we have, we started with a set of 10 youth work methods workshops that really describe the practices that help to create a safe, supportive, interactive, and engaging learning environment for young people. And as part of our SEL work, we've added another set of 10 because we all have practices and strategies to really support youth work, and so that are more focused explicitly on social and emotional learning.